How's it going, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new episode of Top Replays and Highlights. Here we are in episode 29. I know it's been a little while since the last one, and I think I even said that at the beginning of the previous episode, but there aren't going to be any locals feature matches, at least for a few more weeks, unfortunately. So I'm going to be bringing back some series like this just to help fill in the gap in the meantime. But, regardless, I hope that you guys will still enjoy this video. But we got some cool replays here. I did take a peek at a couple of them, just kind of see what we're working with, and there are some pretty interesting strategies in here. And they're, again, all from our Twitch subscribers. So if you ever subscribed on Twitch and you're in the Discord, you'll have access to share your EDO Pro replays in the replay submission channel to have them featured on this show. Other thing I want to mention real quick, too, is there is a giveaway currently running right now for one box of Lightning Overdrive. It will be ending in next Friday, the 11th. And if you guys haven't entered in that, please do so. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. Or if you want to go back to yesterday's video, the deck profile, there'll also be a link in that video as well, where you can enter up to multiple times to try and win that box of Lightning Overdrive. So definitely check that out. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the channel a ton. Also leave a like on the video too. Drop a comment, maybe share it with a friend if one of these decks interests you or anybody that you know. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into our first replay. All right, here's our first replay of the video from a Mr. Minato boy titled Best Open of My Life, and it's a little bit sarcastic, and I think you'll be able to see why. Hey guys, Winter from the future here, and I just want to clarify why it was titled Best Replay of My Life, because I got it confused. I thought it was the Tri-Brigade player that submitted the replay, but it was the Mathmech player that submitted the replay, and he opened the absolute stones, hence the title of the replay. Just wanted to clear up the confusion. Let's get back to the video. But Minato Boy is playing a Tri-Brigade Gladiator Beast deck, which I think I actually ended up playing against him, playing this deck on remote dual stream I did a little while back. So pretty interesting mix of archetypes. And then we have the Mathmech deck on the other side. Pretty cool Ixies / Synchro based Cybers deck. I mean, it kind of can do it all. Link, Ixies, Synchro, etc. So it's a pretty interesting strategy. Can set up some pretty solid boards. Definitely can OTK very easily. I know the Gladiator Beast deck can set up a few negates. Other than that, I don't really know. But opening hand is Andal, Proving Ground, Rejection, Nerval, and Darius. Over here we have double Sigma, Balancer Lord, Super Factorial cards, crazy by the way, and a copy of Subtractions. So we're going to let this one play out and see what happens. And I believe our Mathmech player is going to go first, starting with a copy of Balancer Lord. That is going to summon out Sigma. Sigma gets linked into Disciple, and Balancer Lord gets linked into Devotee. This is a nice little Cybers play that pretty much any Cybers deck can use. I actually had a Sideframe player who used to add this combo into his deck all the time, because you would be able to get access to your Lambda, a Link Karibo, and a draw in the process, and you'll see how that could happen here. Because he's going to use Disciple to tribute the Devotee. He'll draw a card off of that, put one back to the bottom, and then he'll get to summon 2 tokens since the Devotee was tributed. So he's going to go for Wicked here, though, and Link Karibo instead of, Lambda and Link Karibo. And he's going to summon out Nabla and the, I think the Sigma, or the Subtraction. Go for Alan Burchin, and that's going to add Diameter. Diameter will get summoned to bring back Subtraction, linking those into IP Masquerena. And has Super Factorial set. This card is insane. You just have to read this card to see how crazy it is. With the extra deck that Mathmech has, there's a rank 4 they can go to that is kind of like an Evil Swarm Ouroboros, or like a Trish in Ixies form. And it just lets you summon back like up to 3 Mathmech monsters from the grave. And then you can Ixies or Synchro with them. The important thing is going for that Ixies with those 3 materials and making sure Diameter is one of those materials too, because Diameter says once per turn, during the turn, this card was special summon when your opponent activates a card or effect. Quick effect, you can negate that effect. And that's basically any monster that was Synchro or Ixie summoned using this card on field as material will gain that effect. So, and he has that set up in the grave. Link Karibo to negate a trap, something like Imperm or Evenly Matched. So really solid board, and he has Droll and Lock in hand. So I feel bad for our Minato boy here. We'll see how he's going to be able to play through this here. I don't really, and he drops the Wind Barrier statue for a turn. You hate to see it. He's going to activate Proving Ground for another copy of Andal, play Rejection to summon out Darius, and we're going to see IP Masquerena on summon, and it looks like he's going to use his opponent's monster as a link material, and I think we all know what that means. The Underworld Goddess has come out, and yeah, that literally outright ends his turn. Unfortunately, he didn't even need the super factorial. Summons out Subtraction, activates Wicked to banish the Search, summons out Diameter. Diameter is going to bring back the Nabla, go into another Allen Burchin here, activating its effect to search a copy of the Multiplication, summoning out Multiplication activating its effect to make itself become a level 8, and you might be able to guess what's going to happen here. Going into a level 12 Synchro, the final Sigma, which is going to make itself go up to 6,000 attack, doubling its attack, and swinging in for just absurd amounts of damage. And unfortunately, our Moneta boy loses there with his best open of his life. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our next replay. So this next replay here is from Patrick, and this one is called Lightsworn Burr, and I think we'll probably find out why. A lot of Chaos cards here I'm seeing. Archlord Christia too I'm seeing, so there could definitely be some just like Vanity's Emptiness style shenanigans here. But let's see where this leads. I'm going to start with the Chaos Space, pitching the Christia to add black, play the Allure. Let's see here. Banish the Levy, obviously, and draws into some pretty okay cards. Draws into Charge Light Brigade. Not even bad. Playing the Charge to add a Raiden. Banishing the Cloak to add Boots. Plays another Allure. Finds a Quick Launch and a Graph, it looks like. Banishing the Graph here. There are so many engines we're already seeing. Lightsworn, Burning Abyss, Phantom Knight, Chaos. There's just so many things going on right now. Plays another Charge. Adds Illumina. Okay. Hits a Wolf, too, in the process. Summons out Raiden and a Mally. Okay, this graveyard is quite literally stacked. Mills 2 off the Raiden. Mills a Seer and a Quick Launch, it looks like. So nothing too crazy there. And then synchros into the Chaos, where we're just going to keep milling here. Chaos Creator, Tour Guide, another Chaos Space, Rocket Tracer, and another Tour Guide. Looks like he added the Chaos Creator. This card is pretty insane. Then summons out the Black Dragon, plays Quick Launch, going for a Quick Lunge, and then summons out the Recharger, goes for the Striker Dragon, gets Boot, goes for Saryuja. It's been a long time since I've seen Saryuja shenanigans. Gets the Chain Block here, resets the hand, finds a Foolish, summons out Lumina, then summons out White, uses Chaos Bait to put back Black, draws Imperial Order. Oh my goodness. Raiden's now back on the field thanks to Lumina, goes for Curious. Curious effect as Chain Blocked by Black too, thanks to the Chaos Base. Can search that Black Dragon again, or Chain Blocked by White rather. Sends a Wolf, mills 3. Gets a Minerva, goes for Nightmare Griffin. Pitches to Setback Charge. Interesting, because I guess he doesn't need to set this back since it's already in hand. Summons out Chaos Creator. Chaos Creator is going to summon out the Mally and shuffle back another 2. Brings back Chaos Ruler, activates Foolish Burial, sends the Lightsworn Beast. Activates effects, links for Appaloosa. There's just so many things happening. Plague Spreader, Borload, Savage Dragon. Make sure it's being pointed to by the Nightmare Griffin. Set order. So we have an Appaloosa with 4 materials, a Nightmare Griffin, and a Borload Savage Dragon equipped with a Saryuja. 4 negates on that bad boy. A Charged Light Brigade set again for next turn to help gain more advantage. Imperial Order is set, and there's a Mally in the grave. I don't know if there's any other targets left, but that is a pretty crazy board. We'll take a look at the deck list after this, obviously, but that's pretty impressive. Now, the thing about that board, it seems like there's a lot of luck and RNG involved, so it doesn't seem super hand trap, like, fragile to hand traps, because it seems like at any point, like if they Ash or Imperm you somewhere, you have so many other extenders to try to get you into something that can kind of be like a sack. The thing that I think would maybe hurt the most would be an Imperm on the Saryuja or a Veiler on the Saryuja, but those cards really aren't super popular in the meta right now, so pretty solid board nonetheless. Let's go ahead and take a look at another replay. All right, so here is our next replay from Mr. Subterra Merchant in our Discord, and he was also actually the Mathmech player in the previous replay, little to my knowledge, but here he is playing Traptrix now, and this one is titled Graves Kept, and that might have a little bit of a negative connotation for a Gravekeeper player here. And our Traptrix player might take this one pretty easily. We'll see. But I believe the Gravekeeper player does go first here, setting the Rite of Spirit, Imperial Tombs, activating Necro Valley, and setting the Gravekeeper's Guard. We're going to start with Dianea, go for Sarah, activate the Shade Brigandine, that's going to summon itself, summoning Murmello. Murmello is going to pop the Necro Valley on summon. Traptrix Sarah is going to trigger, setting the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, setting a Floodgate and a Time Space. By the way, I think this is my favorite trap hole in the game. The artwork is incredible. And not one, but 2 copies of Ash in hand with the Rafflesia on board. Doing pretty good there. His set cards are met by his set cards. He's going to draw Charm of Shati. Never seen this card in my entire life, so I'm not even going to bother reading it. And he's going to flip up Guard. Guard is going to attempt to bounce Rafflesia, and Rafflesia is going to send Floodgate Trap Hole to book it back down. That's going to trigger Sarah to set another Gravedigger's Trap Hole. He's going to summon Visionary. That's going to get hit with the Floodgate Trap Hole. Vermelio gets summoned out now, popping that Imperial Tombs. Unfortunate little counter trap there, just getting popped by the Murmello. Setting Traptrix, he's going to activate Rite of Spirit to bring back the Guard. And Sarah's going to activate, summoning Dionea. Dionea is going to set one back in the form of Floodgate Trap. He's going to draw Royal Tribute for turn, which is normally a pretty powerful card. Actually, extremely powerful card if you just read that. Basically a one-liner on it there. Very, very strong card, but unfortunately no Necro Valley in play at the moment. He's going to draw a Time Space Travel for turn. Normal summon Ash. Go for Boral Sword. Interestingly enough, here he's going to activate the Charm of Shadi in hand. He's going to negate it with the Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And he's going to set Time Space and pass it back to him. He picks up Hidden Temples of Necro Valley. Can't do anything with those 2 cards. He's going to Traptrix for a Compulse, bounce back that Guard to the hand, and now probably looking to close out the game. But yeah, that's gonna be it right there. He's just gonna need the monster to turn to defense, and that is 6,000 damage right there. Hand Traps coming in clutch as a nice little normal summon. And yeah, had another Gravediggers and 2 set Time Space. I don't think the Time Spaces are probably going to come up against this match, but the Ghost Spell might have came up quite a bit. Traptrix just proving to be an incredible card here, going to grab a card like Compulse just to basically allow the game to be ended right then and there. So yeah, that's it for that replay. We'll go ahead and take a look at one more. And here is our last replay of the video. This one is titled, Wow, Salty Meta Slave. Another replay from Mr. Subterra Merchant in our Discord. And it looks like he is yet again on the Traptrix deck versus a Gouki Warrior deck. Is it 2018 still? Is it? I don't know. I don't know what day it is half the time, but let's see what happens here. And we'll see who goes first. Looks like it's going to be the Gouki player, starting with running Captain, go for Suprex, go for Isolde. Isolde Chainlink 1, Suprex 2. He's going to use the Ash there, which is interesting. I would personally have held the Ash for this exact moment right here, stopping the Isolde summon effect. But I guess it doesn't matter because he's just going to go for the Verite Anaconda. So now we both look like clowns. We should have saved the Ash for that Anaconda, but then again, these combos from Isolde can be so open-ended, it's hard to know exactly when to use an Ash. But he's going to play the rematch now to bring back 2, the Octo Stretch and the Suprex, go for IP Masquerena, grab back the sword, and then he's going to use Verite Anaconda, send in Red Ice Fusion, of course, for Dragoon. Pretty solid board. Like, this is a really solid board. Now, he does have another Ash in hand. He does have a Lightning Storm, Solemn Strike, and Mantis. You can add a Traptrix monster from your deck in hand. So this isn't going to do too much right now. I mean, he can get access to Sarah, but I don't think Sarah will be able to trigger in these circumstances here. So let's see. He draws another copy of Mantis. He's going to activate Lightning Storm here as first thing. He's going to chain Masquerena. And our warrior player loses connection now. Is this because he was salty because he had the Lightning Storm? Maybe didn't fully understand the situation because whatever he links into with Masquerena will not be affected by the Lightning Storm because it will not be able to be destroyed by card effects. Obviously, the Dragoon does not have to worry about this. In fact, he could just negate the Lightning Storm right now with the Dragoon. But I think since he's already chained Masquerena in response, he will not obviously be able to negate the Lightning Storm since he's essentially chain blocked his own Dragoon. Not sure what happened here. Interesting. I don't know. What is the thought process of our Gouki player right now? What made him just quit out of the game right then and there? Maybe he forgot his pizza was in the oven. I don't know. And now that brings us to the point of the video where we're going to be showing you guys all the deck lists used in these replays. And here is the first one. This is obviously the Traptrix deck list. I'm not going to go through and read all the card by cards. If you guys want to see what all these cards are, feel free to pause and check them out. If you have any questions on what a certain card is, feel free to let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. Here was that Gouki deck. Then we have the Lightsworn deck here. Interesting that it's not 60 cards. It's nicely, kind of close to 40 at 45. Not too bad. Then we have the Tri-Brigade Gladiator Beast deck, and then we have the Traptrix, or not the Traptrix, the Mathmech deck for you guys that we saw in one of the earlier replays as well. This was the rank 4 that I was talking about, Laplacian. This one is insane. It's not a Trish, essentially, that it banishes, it sends cards from all those places. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment down below. And also, please don't forget to enter that giveaway so you don't miss out on your chance to win a box of Lightning Overdrive. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, winner kill sign out. I will see you guys in the next one. And last but not least, a huge shout out goes to all of the YouTube members that support this channel. And a special thanks goes to our Divine level channel members who go above and beyond to support. And they are Cadillacs84 and Pony Star. Thank you guys so much for your continued and very generous support of the channel.